Hey y'all, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Liana Joy, and on this channel I focus on body care, especially Bath and Body Works, but also lifestyle here and there. So for today's video, we have a very big video, you guys. We're gonna be talking about my 2026 body care collection goals and kind of just where I'm headed right now with my body care collection for this particular year. So if that sounds interesting, then you guys keep on watching. So as I said, today's video is going to be about my 2026 body care goals. I have really had a really big change of heart recently about my body hair collection. Not super big, but I feel like it's pretty big for me personally. I haven't been on here in a while. Hello you guys again. It's so fun to be back. I'm not back permanently, but just for this particular video. This was like kind of just like a time where I found time to film, so I'm here. Life has just been so incredibly busy and I just haven't had time to film, but I'm back for now. Don't worry guys, I still am active. I try to go watch people's videos. I do try to go like them and comment and stuff like that, and I also do post on my community tab, so if you haven't, go check that out. Please go check that out. I post my scent of the day, and I've been trying to keep it up for like the past few weeks since the new year started, to kind of like get me more motivated to use my body care. But let's just go ahead and jump right into the video. So I've kind of realized I have too much body care, and I feel like that's obviously a given. Like looking at my collection, like no I have too much body care. I have so much. But now it's getting to a point where I really feel like I have too much body care, and my backups cabinet, which is actually right below my fall and winter section right there, is completely full. It's full to the brim, and I was like, oh, okay, now it's definitely way too much. So I've taken a look over my collection, and I've kind of thought about this since late December, and I'm just done having this huge collection. Now, I'm not going to be decluttering anything, and I'm not going to try to get my collection down to half its size, but I do want to start changing now going forward with my body care collection, because although I do love having big variety, I love having all of that, I love being able to choose a whole bunch of different scents every day for my fragrance of the day, it's not something that I'm really like wanting anymore, although I do love having it. I just feel like this is just so incredibly much, and I have so many products still from 2022 and 2023. So one of my larger 2026 goals is to finish up as much body care as possible, specifically focusing on my 2022 and 2023 body care. And because the reason why I'm doing that not only is because I do want to kind of downsize a little bit, but also because I want to turn that particular shelf into a bookshelf for books. Obviously, it would actually be fantastic if I could get that one and that one for books, the summer collection and my perfuming collection for books. That'd be fantastic, but I know that's probably not plausible this year just because it does take me a little bit to go through body care. So yeah, that's my large goal for 2026 when it comes to my body care collection, is to downsize as much as possible, specifically hoping for those two shelves, but realistically only for this shelf to be for books. I've already started using up my products, and I'm just focusing on the very old stuff from 2022 and 2023. Body creams for sure, definitely trying to finish up as much body creams as possible this year, but also trying to finish up half empty products, because you guys, the amount of half empty products I have in my collection is genuinely diabolical. I should not have all of those half empty products. I feel like I should start using up my half empty products way more often. And so I've taken a look into my collection very recently. I'm kind of been deep diving into my own collection and truly looking at every single fragrance and deciding whether it's something that I really want to keep or whether it's something that I can go ahead and use up this year. And I've kind of figured out that there's at least half of the fragrances in my collection I like, but I don't love, and I wouldn't mind not having them. So that's definitely been a little bit of a struggle for me trying to realize that, because you guys, I've always preached that I love all of my fragrances. That's obviously a lie, because although they are all pretty, I don't dislike any of them. I do really like all of them. I definitely have my favorites, and you can't really like love your entire collection, in my case at least. Like, I don't love my entire collection. I love half of it, and like the other half, they're just kind of okay, they're just kind of there. And I feel like what really got me to this point was because when I was buying stuff, when everything was new, I just felt like I loved it. Like when I first got it in my collection, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. But in reality, I didn't love it. It was just new, and I was bored, and it was the newest thing available. So I kind of like gaslit myself into thinking that I loved it when I really didn't, and it's kind of just like a boring fragrance. For example, Winterberry Wonder, I thought I loved it. I really don't. It's kind of a boring berry fragrance. It's a very run-of-the-mill average berry fragrance in my personal opinion, and I have so many berry fragrances. So Winterberry Wonder is one that I'm actually looking to use up this season, or maybe next winter season. Either way, I just have so many products that I am focusing on for this year. And my very specific goals, my very specific goals for this year is for perfumes to use up at least 3. That is my perfume collection right there. To use up at least 3, but hopefully more, because I got 12 mini Oksha perfumes for Christmas, you guys, and like that gift set, and they're half an ounce each, and those I think will be really easy for me to go through. So I'm hoping to use way more than 3, but like 3 is my minimum that I want to use this year, because my perfume collection has gotten out of hand. It's gotten out of hand. That shelf is almost full. And as much as I love perfumes, I definitely do not need that much, because I don't wear perfumes super often. I just prefer body care personally. So I'm trying to use up as much as possible with my perfume collection. Hopefully more than 3, but minimum is 3 for me. And then with body care itself, I am hoping to use up 15 full-sized fragrance mist and 15 full-size moisturizers for this year. Hoping to use up way more than that, because obviously I want to get as much done as possible so I can turn that into a bookshelf, but that's like my minimum goal this year. So far I have used up 3 body creams and 1 fine fragrance mist. Again, I've been focusing on those older products, and I'm no longer going to be saving my empties. I'm just going to throw them out. I tried saving my empties for 2025, and that just did not work for me, and it just created more of a mess than I thought it would, and I just ended up postponing the empties video. I never did an empties video for 2025. So this year I'm just going to be documenting my empties on my community tab and then throwing them out right away, because I don't need to keep all those empties in my room. So that's like another new thing for me, just documenting them and then throwing them away. I'm also keeping a list on my phone of all the products I finished up, so I can go over it at the end of the year and see how much progress I made in my collection. So far, I'm actually really proud of the progress I made, even though it's been very minimal. Again, I've only finished 3 body creams and only 1 fine fragrance mist, but I feel like that's pretty big for me personally. I finished Prismatic Stars in the body cream, Sapphire Moon in the body cream, and Fresh Vanilla Blossoms in the body cream, and I also finished the Fresh Vanilla Blossoms matching mist. So although it doesn't seem like a big number to me, I can already see a dent forming in my collection personally, and like space, making room and making space in my collection, which I absolutely love. So from now on, I'm just focusing on the older fragrances. Right now, I'm focusing on Dream Bright, which is right there because it's almost gone. There's like maybe 3 uses left at most. Fairy Tale has like 2 uses left in the mist. I'm focusing on Vanilla Mocha Martini, which is right there, which has like 2 uses left, I would say, maybe 3 uses, probably like 3 uses. Winterberry Wonder I'm focusing on because I don't really care for it. So now it's just more of like me making a game plan for what I'm using up this year, not a project use it up, because that just puts way too much stress on me, but like I'm slowly going and picking out the fragrances. Once I finish up a fragrance, then I'll go back to my collection, pick out something new to focus on. And I'm just focusing on a group of products at one time, but I'm not marking them or anything. I'm just trying to focus on them, trying to use them, trying to experiment with them and have fun with them too, because this is still my collection. I don't want to just try to use them up just to get in my collection, because it's still something that I really enjoy doing. So I'm just also experimenting with them and just having really fun. Like when I was using up Prismatic Stars, I just loved experimenting with that one, and now I'm using a Wrapped in Vanilla, and I love experimenting with that one. So it's really fun being able to use up all these products in my collection and just have fun with them and experiment with them. And I think another problem that I've had in my personal collection is keeping things around that did not need to be kept around, because I thought that I loved it, and I kept it around because I thought that I loved it, and it was basically borderline hoarding, because I think that if I love a product, then I should just use it up at this point. Like if I love it, I should just use it while I love it and get rid of it while I can. So that's going to be like one of my new philosophies going forward, with some exceptions. Other than my Disney collection, that's pretty much going to be my new philosophy going forward. Just if you love it, just use it up, get it out of your collection, make more room. And another one of my things that I'm going to go by is that Bath and Body Works, there's always going to be something new. There's always going to be something new. There's always going to be something you're going to like more. And it's okay to use up things that you love, because there's always going to be the next thing. There's always going to be something that you might like more, because Bath and Body Works comes out with like 100 fragrances at least a year. So that's like something that I just have to keep reminding myself when I am using up these products, that there's going to be other stuff that I'm going to love, and it's okay to use these products up, and it's okay to make room in my collection and stuff like that. So far I feel like I'm doing really well. I'm also making sure to be way more picky and choosy in my collection. Although I feel like I've been trying to do that for the past year, it just really hasn't been happening. I feel like I buy without really thinking about it, and I just need to start buying less of the same scent DNA, because I have so many fragrances that smell so similar to each other. Sorry if the camera's shaking, my leg is like hitting the chair that's on. I just have so many similar fragrances in my collection, like the berry fragrances, you guys. Again, like winter berry wonder, I have so many of that same type of scent DNA, so many berry fragrances, and I just need to be way more picky, way more choosy. I need to really think about these fragrances that are coming out and think if I really want them, or if they're gonna smell different than the ones that I currently have in my collection, because I just can't do any more of the same scent DNA. Like, I thought I was doing really well on that last year, but frankly I wasn't, and I just kept picking the same scent DNA over and over and over again, which is good if you really like it, but berry fragrances aren't my favorite fragrances. Like, personally, I've come to realize that I really love florals, like vanilla floral fragrances. Those are so freaking good to me. And I actually just picked up Bare Vanilla Bliss. It's over here, I think on this side. It smells so pretty, it smells so good, but it smells like nothing I've ever had, which is perfect. Even though it is bare vanilla, it's a bare vanilla flanker. Speaking of flankers, also no more flankers, especially if they smell very similar to the original one, like Bare Vanilla Creme Brulee. That one, in my personal opinion, smells very similar to the original Bare Vanilla, except for like the hint of a marshmallowy note twist on it. So like no more flankers for me personally. But Bare Vanilla Bliss is an exception. I feel like it smells very different from the original Bare Vanilla, although it does dry down into like a floral vanilla. It still, in my opinion, smells more floral, way less sweet, and way less rich. Anyways, off topic. So yeah, I need to focus on no more same scent DNAs and no more flankers. I think that if I really just try to go to the store and smell these fragrances beforehand, before buying them, it would be better for me, because if you guys do not know, I don't live near Bath & Body Works anymore. The nearest one's like an hour away, and so I don't have the ability to go smell these new fragrances most of the time. So typically I just buy online, and I pray that they smell good. From now on, I just need to buy less. I need to be more picky and more choosy with what I'm bringing in. I need to use up more than what I bring in now. So that's one of the bigger things that I really need to focus on, is being just more picky and choosy. And that's going to be really hard for me, because the new Everyday Luxury collection is released, and I really want a lot of those fragrances. But I just have to be more picky and choosy. And I feel like I've been doing a pretty good job at not buying things that I don't like. Like, for example, so many collections recently have come out, not recently, I guess within the past like 6 months, that I didn't like the scent, so I just didn't buy it, which is really good for me personally. So I need to start doing that even more. Like, I really need to start just diving deeper into these new fragrances. I need to watch more reviews, really see if these fragrances are similar to anything that I already have in my collection, so I don't buy them, and so I can use the fragrances that I already have up. So that's pretty much everything that's going to be happening with me in 2026, using up as much fragrance as I possibly can. Again, I will be documenting this journey on my community post tab if you guys want to go see that. I will be documenting my empties and the fragrances of the day, and just experimenting with the layering combinations and stuff like that. So using up as many fragrances as possible, minimum 15 mists and 15 full-size moisturizers, preferably body creams, but it's okay if I use up lotions too. I'm going to be focusing on taking out the old fragrances and just focusing on those, focusing on half-empty bottles and finishing those up. And also focusing on being more picky and more choosy with what I buy. So that's my 2026 goals for my body care collection. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys have any 2026 goals for your body care collection? I'd love to know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.